If you want to see what a £100 million game room looks like, this isn't the place. However, this is a game room that I spent many years constructing since I first moved here over 3 years ago. I'd like to take you along for the ride to see what it looks like now at the end of 2025. If you enjoy, please remember to subscribe and like the video. It is well appreciated. So, without further ado, this is Hyaku Shiki 96, the billionaire philanthropist, and this is my game room.
So the first thing that I want to show you is an overview for what the room is like. So in today's video, we're not going to be focusing particularly on too much detail as to what titles I own and what specific collections I own. It's going to be more about the general aesthetic and view of the room itself. If you would like to see any particular part of my collection or any particular collection in detail, please let me know in the comments and I'm happy to make a follow-up video on that specific one. So, as you can see, generally the room is stacked quite high with different shelves, and I feel like I've managed to get a good balance for spaciousness and efficiency. I want to fit as many things as I can, make them look well, but without overcrowding the room or making it impractical to be in. So, with that out of the way, the first thing I want to show you is on the top of the left-hand side here, where I've got some display boxes. I've got some Gundam display model kit boxes, and I really feel like I would love to show you guys that in a different video, so let me know if you want to see that. But first up is my manga collection. Now, my manga collection is definitely quite a mighty one, and it covers 2 whole bookshelves. I've got titles such as Gintama, Tokyo Ghoul, Tokyo Revengers. One of the things I really do like to do is build some figures into the display, whether that's some acrylic stands like you can see with Evangelion, or whether that's the more kind of traditional figures that you see with Tokyo Ghoul and Gintama. The reason I like to do this is I want to make sure that each of the collections stands out and is a representation and a celebration of those particular franchises. You also just saw the Shonen Jump volume, which is when I went to Japan almost 3 years ago now. It came out whilst I was there, and that's kind of like a big memento for me. Also, one of the things I do want to point out here is you can see Vampire Hunter D in the bottom right. Now, I'm starting to read that, and I've read through the first book. It's an absolutely amazing franchise so far. Blue Lock, if you know, you know. Absolutely adore that franchise. And so the next thing I want to show you is Initial D. I am collecting that. I will find a way to make it fit in this room. It is a must-have for me. Attack on Titan again and the omnibuses, really like those. We've got the Gundam Origin Deluxes, I'm liking those, and just sort of general fit of my Gundam manga there. So what you'll see really is I've got quite a mighty and great Gundam collection, but there's not quite enough room. Anyway, over here is a sealed Chimera Resistance figure, and that is really a fantastic one. I'm so glad I got this for a bargain price earlier this year. And then we've got Little Town Hero, the Big Idea Edition. That's another great find. Tunic Collector's Edition. Now, it's got a metallic sheen here. The video doesn't quite do it justice, but it's amazing. And Plucky Squire, the last one I've got on display there. Other than that, I've got my general Switch collection. Got some absolutely classic titles like Fire Emblem, Advance Wars, Jack Jean. Also some Pokemon titles that you can see here. Steins Gate Elite, Super Smash, Shin Megami Tensei. Rayman Advance on the Game Boy Advance. Not many people know that exists. It's actually quite good besides the sound. I've got Kirby and Chibi Robo there sealed. And I've got a couple of other miscellaneous 3DS games, including Super Mario Maker. Over here is the start of the DS collection. Some ones I'd point out here is Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, Lost in Blue 2, Locke's Quest, Scourge Hive, Civilization Revolution. The DS version is actually good if you're interested. And just a couple of CD soundtracks of the Nier and Drakengard franchises. And I'm quite a big fan of those ones, let me tell you. So that is just kind of my little Nintendo area. I would say that's what I call it. I really love the aesthetic balance of this. Nintendo games always look amazing on the shelf. And it's really awesome, and I can't wait to get more. So, over here I've got some posters. Now, these prints I actually got from a convention years and years ago, but I really like that they celebrate some of my favourite franchises. Now, this Zelda Lenticular Anniversary poster, I haven't seen this before. I've seen the art print, but not this lenticular version. I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but that looks great. Over here, I've got the start of my glass display case for figures. I've got things from Steins Gate, Slime, and a bunch of different gashes. Now, about 90% of these gashes I got when I was in Japan, and they really do look great. I've got a little Lego bonsai tree on the back there. Over here, I've got some more collection of some of my favourite figures. Some of those being the Code Geass, Lelouch, Banpresto, Figma. Now, I had no idea that exists, but when I found it in Mandarake, I was really happy. And the Torfin Figma over there, I got that day one. Absolutely love it. So, the next shelf here is a little bit more of a mishmash of different things. I've got some sword art, some Your Name. I've also got a couple of sort of Nendroid dolls, so some of them knocked over there. But I really like the Nier ones and the Full Metal Alchemist. I think they're quite cool, you know. I will say, Nendroid dolls are slept on a bit. They don't have quite as many pieces as the normal Nendroids, but I feel like they're actually a lot more posable. And the stands with the little magnet bits and stuff, quite cool actually. I would generally recommend those if you've been on the fence about them. I don't think enough people hype about them. But this is probably my favourite shelf here, and that's the Nier shelf. So I've got all sorts of different Nendroids here from Kaine, and of course the Girl of Light from Nier Reincarnation. I am probably one of the only people who's actually played that. If you have, let me know. I also really like the Spooky Deformed Young Nier there as well. I got that in a arcade in Japan. That was really cool. Happy to get that one. So that's just a general overview of some of the figures here that kind of like I feel like fit into the miscellaneous characteristic and don't fit with any particular franchises that I've got on the shelves. Now, the next thing I want to show off is a collection I just recently completed and will be growing when the Virtual Boy one comes out, but I've got all the Nintendo Classics controllers. Now, I really love classic systems and controllers, but I'm just going to come out and say I can't really collect them. I don't have the space or the room, and so having these controllers gives me a good way to get that authentic feel when I play those games on the Nintendo Switch, because I think they're quite fun, even in emulated form, and I definitely don't play shmups and reverse it every time I take a hit. That's something I definitely don't do. So over here you can see this is the second row of my PlayStation 2 collection. It's generally, I've got some pretty strong titles on the PlayStation 2, and there's just so many I can't really go over them right now. But what I will say is, again, you can see with my PlayStation 3 collection, this is my largest collection out of all the different games. And for me, the PlayStation 3, I feel like if you're interested in collecting that, it's a huge recommend for me, especially in the UK right now, because the prices are rising. But whilst they're rising quite rapidly, it's still insanely cheap. PS4 collection here. My favourite item has to be the Final Fantasy 15 Steelbook, because it has Yoshitaka Amano's artwork on it. Let me know if you want to see that, and I'll show you that in a different video. That's my PS5 collection. Small but mighty. I expect that to grow over the years. And this is my PSP collection with my Pride and Joy Castlevania on the left-hand side. I spoke about that in my most recent video on game collecting, so if you want to see that, I'll put a little title card in the corner there. So that's my general PlayStation 2, 3, 4, 5 and PlayStation Portable collection right there. Again, I really love those games. I think I've done a good job. Over here is my PlayStation 1 collection. Now, this is probably my most aesthetically displayed one, and I love the way PlayStation 1 games display on their side. Really fantastic. Parappa the Rapper, that's great artwork. Also a great game. I've got some classics like Armored Core, Silent Hill, Front Mission, Spyro. Over here I've got the ones facing on the side. I've got ones that fit in like Alundra, Doom, CTR, Parasite Eve, Mech Warrior, Final Fantasy 9, Silent Bomber, Vampire Hunter D. I've got quite a lot of great ones. The PS1 is a console that has so many hidden gems, I think. And let me know if you'd want to see me do a video on that one day. But that's just my small PlayStation Vita collection. Honestly, I really want to collect PlayStation Vita. It's just so expensive, and I keep putting it off. But one day I will actually build that collection up a little bit. I don't imagine I'll make it too big, because if I did that, I probably will never be able to afford anything else. So now we're moving on to the big display cubes, and these have got some of my favourite items in. Over here we've got the Undertale Nendroids, as well as one of the Deltarune Ralsei ones. I really feel like I loved the attention to detail and the backgrounds on those. These are some of my favourite figures. I've got the Figma 2.0 Emiya Shiro, which is my favourite there. Absolutely classic. Got many great parts to it as well. These are the Drakengard games. I'm missing Drakengard 1 in Japanese. When I went to Japan, I tried to get that, but I managed to get 2 and 3 at least. Now, these games are fantastic, but also not fantastic. They are great games with great creativity, but they don't play very well. So I'll just be upfront about that. Now, this is my Game Boy area. This is one I want to work on because, as you can see, I've kind of built some space in the middle here. I want to get one of those vertical stacking displays so you can see all the art on the cartridges. This is my Nier display over here. I've got a little music box and a couple of stands that I got when I was in the Square Enix Cafe. I really love the Nier games, and so I'm glad that I managed to get them on the PS3, the Replicant version from Japan, and I've got a sealed copy because I bought it digital day one and platinumed it. This is the Metal Gear series, so I recently got into Metal Gear. That number one was just fantastic. I can't believe I hadn't played it until a couple of years ago. So I've been collecting all the other titles and I'm working my way through them slowly. And yes, I've got some tubs. Now, I don't care what anyone else says about tubs. I think they're genuinely quite hilarious. I mean, Solid Snake in a rubber duck and a Geno Soldier in a rubber duck and Otacon in a rubber duck. They look hilarious. I mean, it's hard to argue with that, to be honest. At least for me. So over here, I've got some of my favourite franchises, and one of them is Ratchet & Clank. I've got everything apart from Rift Apart. I'm not getting the PS2, PSP ports because not only are they expensive, but they suck. I prefer the PSP versions. I know that's quite an intense opinion, but it's true. Sly Cooper over here, another great franchise that slept on, and this one is becoming very, very expensive. Now we're moving on to Jak and Daxter. So Jak and Daxter's great. I really need some kind of figure to put here because I've got some for the other ones, but Funko decided never to make one for Jak and Daxter. Thanks, guys. This is Astrobot. Recently I got the Astrobot Nendroid here and it looks fantastic. I mean, it's just such an adorable and fun franchise. Astrobot is the best PS5 game. Try and change my mind on that one. Now, Dead Space as well, one of my favourite horror games of all time. This is a great pop-up parade, and I really do love the way that I've managed to display it in front of those games and stack them. Over here we've got Dune, which is my current favourite film franchise at the moment. And can you guess which version of Dune I like? Not that that's hard. You can see that right there. I've got the Children of Dune miniseries there, which I plan to replace with Dune Part 3 when it comes out. I'm quite looking forward to that, but I've got some Funkos and stuff there. Persona. Now, if you play RPGs, and you like JRPGs, Persona's just kind of an easy recommend. I absolutely adore it. I got the little Jack Frost Gashapon there from Japan, as well as 2 pop-up parades there. But I absolutely love this. Recent edition was Persona Q Special Edition. That one's really cool. Looking forward to playing that. We've got Evangelion. Evangelion's one of the greatest media franchises of all time. And the original series, I feel like it's unmatched. But again, an anime discussion for a different day. But if you do like it, I've got some really cool stuff here. And I got a lot of that from the actual pop-up store in Ikebukuro, again, when I went to Japan. Over here, I've got my little Pokemon here. I've got lots of little Pokemon figures that I had from when I was a child. And at the back, I've got a boxed Pokemon Sapphire. And I've got, I'll go a little bit further down here so you can see. I've actually got a Pokemon New York Pokemon Center Game Boy Advance. Now that's actually the Osaka reprint, I believe, or the Japan reprint anyway of that. That's a really cool thing that I managed to get in my collection for a great price. I absolutely love it. So that's cool there. I've got my Yoshi display over here. So I'm building this. I one day intend to make this into a full-on Yoshi shrine, but we'll get there. I've got a sealed figure over here of Blue Yoshi. I've got the games Yoshi's Crafted World, Yoshi's Island on the GB8, and Yoshi's Woolly World on the 3DS. I've got the 3 Amiibos and some little Waddle Dees in the middle. Why not? So over here, I'm just going to show the top before I show you the cooler shelves. Got the big box Zeldas, and you can see on the side there I've got the box Zelda Figmas. I'll show you those soon. Got the Switch 2 box, the PlayStation 2 box, PS3 box, and of course the PlayStation 5 Slim box. So I really love the way the console designs are on the boxes, and you can see them change over time. I feel like really cool. I just want to display them and make them prominent, to be honest. So first up here, we've got sort of the miscellaneous Zelda games like Echoes of Wisdom and A Link Between Worlds. I've got some of the Twilight Princess Amiibos over here. And I've got the Hyrule Warriors section over here. I've got the most recent game there. I haven't got that stand yet, but I did get all the Champions Amiibos. And of course the Guardian, because fun fact, if you buy the DLC, you can play as a Guardian. Over here, this is my manga shelf for Zelda, and I've got the Game & Watch and 8-Bit Link Amiibo there. This figure I got from Nintendo Store Tokyo, and it's a replica of the statue. So if you go there and you love Zelda, it's kind of a must-have. This is the Link's Awakening Special Edition. We got a really good deal in Europe. I mean, that steelbook is like a recreation of the Game Boy. It's even indented, everything's so cool. Skyward Sword, again, I got the steelbook there and a keychain. Also got the amiibos and some unique art cards that I put there. And the Joy-Cons, which were really cool Joy-Cons. I'm not getting rid of those, even though I have a Switch 2 now. So over here, I've got the Figmas that I spoke about before, and the Zelda Nendroids from Breath of the Wild. I hopefully one day want to get all of the good smile stuff from Zelda, but that's just a big dream of mine. I really think I kind of got a funny pose there, where small Link is chasing big Link, and he doesn't really care. So over here, the Spirit Track Special Edition. Now, this is probably the most rare and valuable part of my Zelda collection, but it's not my favourite. It's really cool, though. Again, the DS games are kind of a little bit underrated, because not many people like the touch controls. Majora's Mask 3D Special Edition. What more can I say about that game that hasn't been said before? It's great. And we've got Ocarina of Time at the front with the amiibos, and we've got the Link's Awakening and Link's Awakening DX boxed on the Game Boy there. I'm really glad I bought those when I did, because they're quite a heavy price nowadays. So over in this box over here, I have my Game Boy Advance SP Minish Cap Edition, as well as the Oracle games and the Link to the Passport on the GBA. Absolutely fantastic. Over here, I've got my Tears of the Kingdom section, where I have all the current amiibos. I believe they're releasing one more, the Steelbook and the Art Book. Now, the Art Book is definitely slept on in this special edition. It is actually quite good and substantial, compared to normal ones anyway. And over here, I've got my Breath of the Wild section. So I've got all the amiibos here, as you can see, and a little custom piece at the back there, but the best piece has to be that Master Sword statue. I can't overstate how much that is an absolute epic piece in the collection, and I really wish more collector's editions had something like that. So that's just an overview of my collection, and I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will catch you soon on the next one.